Alrighty, guys. So this is James from Network MD here, and I wanted to go ahead and share this lab with you that I created online. Basically, we're going to be going over setting up VLANs. If you look on the left there, you'll see what VLANs we're going to be setting up. VLANs 1 and 2, we're going to be naming them, and also going to be setting up those switches as you see there, the host names, doing basic configuration on them. And assigning the ports as access ports and limiting each of those ports to the associated VLANs, VLANs 2 and 3. And then we got those hosts that we're going to configure their IP addresses on. If you see on the right, you can already see that I kind of did all the basic layout, but they're all like I just recently wiped them out. So I'm going to go ahead and configure them in front of you. We'll go ahead and go through each one of these hosts and give them the correct IP address that's in here. Over on the left, you see that I kind of put right underneath them the IP address that I want them to have. Then we're going to configure VTP on switch 1, and from switch 1, we'll also set up the VTP domain and password from switch 1, and we'll go to switch 2 and kind of just make sure we see set up VTP and just make sure the VTP information, the VLAN information from switch 1 carries over to switch 2. I've got it labeled as switch 3 here. It's kind of confusing. I just realized that, but I would ignore that for now. When I open the console, you'll see that we're going to set it up with the right switch names, so switch 1 and 2. Really this is more so it's for my benefit and your benefit as well. You know, I got my CCNA route switch over a year ago, maybe 2 years now, and recently got my CCNA security back in January. But as you all may know with these things, I mean, you don't use it, you lose it. So this is my attempt to lab every day, like as our great mentor, Dwan Lightfoot, has inspired us to do. Just want to continue to lab every day and make sure that these things don't get cold. So we'll go ahead and begin. Alrighty, so I'm going to minimize the screen and let's get this thing started. It's a little small, but let's go. I'm going to go ahead and power all these on all together. Probably gonna, when I actually edit this video, I think I'm gonna add some music because there's gonna be some awkward silences, and I'm kind of the person, I don't really like to talk too much while I do these things, and it's kind of just so I can focus and really see what I'm doing. So if I go by these steps that I set up, looks like I'm going to be doing basic configuration on switch 1, but since I recently powered these on, let's see, let me go close all these extra tabs from before. Switch 1 is probably, still booting up. We'll wait for that to get started. This is one thing I hate with this, and I'm not sure why it does this, but if I exit the command line of whatever node I'm configuring and I just go back, it just automatically is like it's already selected to click and drag, and that's kind of annoying. So I gotta, make sure I don't drag it too far, leave it where it's at, and continue. All right, so yeah, we turn on switch 1. Is it ready? No, it's not gonna be ready. All right, so what we'll do is we'll jump to these PCs, these VPCs. So you can see that, and I'm going to go back to here, and maybe I probably need to have this set up here a little bit better. But you can see that the ports that I have on the switch is gigabit 00 through 03 right here. Okay, and then there's that one right here, gigabit 10. That's going to be the trunk link port. And yeah, I didn't I'm gonna have to figure out a way how to superimpose this notes on the left so that you guys can see what I'm doing. But let's go back to the switch and see where we're at right now. Is it asking? Okay, good. All right, so let's get started. So we're gonna do the basic configuration, the no IP domain. Domain lookup, okay, and the line console, we're going to do the no exec timeout and the logging sync. What else? Going to change the name, host name, that's also basic, to switch 1. What else did I say I was going to do? All right, so now to create the VLANs that we have is enrollment and accounting. So we'll go ahead and create the VLAN. VLAN 2, enrollment. And then VLAN 3, name, account. And we're just gonna verify that they've been created. So far I see enrollment, but I definitely created accounting. I didn't get an error message for that one. So I noticed sometimes there's a little bit of a delay, or maybe I didn't create accounting because I kind of, let me keep loading this thing until I'm hoping it shows me what I need. If it doesn't show up, it's not a big deal. I just exit the VLAN interface and just do that. I'm gonna have to look back and see why that one didn't work the first time through. All right, so now that the VLANs are created, I'm gonna need to assign interfaces. Let me see, actually, let's go in order. So I did create VLANs on S1, configure, step 3 is configure access ports on all switches connected to. Okay, so I'm gonna set up those ports as access ports, gigabit 00, and it's gonna be, interface range, gigabit 00 through, I think it's 3. My son just woke up. I'm gonna have to stop this one. Port access. Switch port mode. Okay. So that sets those ports up as access ports. And to assign them to the VLANs, it's another interface range command. Okay. I use these question marks. They are very helpful in letting you know what to put in next. So I'm assigning ports gigabit 0 through 1 to VLAN 2, and I'm going to go to the next ports. 01 through 2. 01 through 00 through 01. So I'll go 2 to 3. 3. I messed up. I didn't put range in there. 3. My son is making me nervous. I hear him waking up. Alright. So now that the ports are assigned, what else we gotta do here? Oh, gotta jump over to the other switch and do basic configurations on that one and set up the port as well. So go ahead and do that. Again, ignore that switch 3 label that's on there, if you would. Domain. Look, that command is helpful and not if you put gibberish in the command line, it doesn't pause for like 5 minutes before it can let you type something else again. And I do this out of habit thanks to CVT Nuggets. I'm not sure what's going on here. Logging sync. And I'm gonna pause here as I put my son back to bed, and we'll go get this configured. Okay, so now that Evan's back to bed, we can configure where we left off at. And all right, just briefly, just before I got back on here, I looked at the last video. It was 11 minutes. I was kind of surprised that it was already 11 minutes. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more brief with this next one. Maybe I'm talking too much in between. I don't know. Maybe 11 minutes is what it's going to be, but yeah, so we'll just continue from where I left off at now that Evan's in bed, and hopefully it won't take as long as before. Hopefully Evan stays in bed, really. This guy gets up, it's like, oh man, game over. All right, so let's see if I can't remember if I assigned the interfaces to the appropriate oh, actually, let me think about that. Yeah, you have to do that. That doesn't carry over VTP. All right, so if it gigabit do show IP and brief, just so I can see where my interfaces are going. No, that's not it. That just shows you. Okay, the do show VLAN. That's what it is. All right, so all my interfaces are still in VLAN 1, so I need to switch now. Did I even make them access ports? I'm not even sure. I really gotta take up. Well, let's change that host name. That was something I need to do. Host name S2, and what I want to do is see if did I make those interfaces and access ports. I don't think I did. There are a few ways. There are so many ways to do this. I could do show run. Do show run. You gotta do when you're in the global config. Show run, and we'll mosey on through here and see what those interfaces are like. So on negotiation, and it's just showing. Set as auto. That's not access. So interface range gigabit 0 through 3. Switch port mode access. All right, and just out of curiosity, do show run. I'm just trying to see if that carries over to those ports. So yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so it does carry over. Now they're definitely set up as access ports, there's no question. All right, so now as far as assigning them to VLANs, yeah, I have to do that too because VTP doesn't do that either. So range gigabit 0 through 1. Switch TCH port access VLAN 2 as in oh great, it doesn't exist. It's creating VLAN 2. No, that's not what I wanted. All right, so you know what, I wanted the VLAN to carry over, so let's go back to the other one And the next step is I don't want it to just create its own VLAN. So do show VLAN. If it created a 2, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that 2. No. So usually you do VLAN 2, so it'll be no VLAN 2. Do show VLAN. Let's see if it got rid of it. It sure did. That's wonderful. Okay, so let's move back. So host name, same, blah, blah. So I guess I'll go to the VTP first, get those set up, and once they're created, I'll go to switch 2 and set the VLAN. So now we're back on 1, and do show VLAN. Let's just go see the VLANs that I got set up here. I do have 2 and 3 created. I've assigned ports to them. That's good. Now we're gonna turn on VTP. So VTP, let's see. Now defaults, their switches are VTP. Their modes is server by default, but it's already saying it's already server. So we'll do VTP domain. Bring up that domain. And I said I would call it it said network MD, network MD. There we go, and that's been created. And we'll do a password on there, VTP password, and it's gonna be 123. Easy enough. All right, so now we got the domain password created, and it's a server. What else do we need to do? Are we ready to go to switch 2? Okay, so now we want to have join our switch 2 to switch 1's VTP domain. So VTP mode, I want it to be a client. You cannot create VTPs. Now it's a client. VTP domain, network MD. And now before I put in the password, actually, yeah, I'll put in the password, VTP password. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now it's still not going to pick up any of the switch 1's VTP information because I have not configured that interface gigabit 10 as a trunk port. That's an important step. So we're just going to show show VTP status. And so it's showing revision number, configuration revision 2. All right, what's my revision number on the other one? Because usually the highest revision number is one that carries over. Actually, this one I did more. Do show VTP status, and that one, well, it's 2 and 2, so that's, do I need to put 1? Anyways, we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully I don't need to jump through hoops to get this stuff to show. So we're going back to, we want to go back to switch 2, and what are we doing now? Oh yeah, we got to create the trunk port. Okay, so now the trunk port, if we go back to the topology, this is interface gigabit 10. They both is what I want to create to be the trunk, and so we'll go ahead and do that. Beginning with switch 1, 10. Okay. Port mode trunk. Oh yeah, I gotta do an encapsulation voice. Which port encapsulation? Teach port trunk encap .1. All right. Now let's get that mode trunk in there, and we should be set. So we'll jump over to the other switch and jump on that interface gigabit 10 and do the same thing port trunk and cap. My tab isn't working. I'm not sure why. We'll figure that one out later. Let me see. It really isn't working. That is just weird, but it's saying, oh, there you go, that's my fault. Okay, well, I missed that one. Alright, so now, mode trunk. Alrighty. So now that the trunk link is set up between them and all VLANs can pass through the trunk link, we didn't do any restriction of VLANs. Switch 2 should now receive the do show VLAN. The VLANs from switch 1. And if they don't show, it's the issue of the revision numbers, which I have a way to... I'll just configure a VLAN and then take it away and see what this one does, but so far it hasn't carried over. Yeah, it hasn't. I'm giving it a minute, but it hasn't yet. Now for some reason in the past, I had to do it a few times until, and I don't know what's going on in the background. I have to kind of go over that again as to why the VLAN takes a minute to show up. But I'm sure do show VTP status, and it's a client. Revision number is still 2. Part of the right network. Do show VTP pass. Yeah, it's all correct. The only thing I can think right now is that they both have the same revision number, so it didn't pick it up. All right, so we can do something about that real quick. We just have to really create a VLAN and take it out. I mean, VLAN. Let's say, for instance, we got 2, 3. Let's go on and create 4 just for the heck of it. Do show VLAN status. Do show VLAN. Okay. All right. So now we've got. Wait a minute. Let's scroll out. Did I do VLAN 4 or did I do interface VLAN 4? How did that work? Yeah, VLAN 4. Did I get any errors with that? Nope. Went to the interface, and yeah, it should have created it. So let's give it another shot. Let's give it another shot, and I'm gonna show. Let's see. Name, test, exit. Does it create after you leave? Okay, so all right. So that's there. Do show VTP status. So now we've got a higher revision number that should carry over to switch 2, and then it should also pick up. Okay, so it also has test. That's good. So that what they have matching revision numbers, that's not good. Okay, so let's go back to switch 1 and then get rid of that test because I don't really want it. It's not part. VLAN 4. Do show. Trying to race through this thing, but all right. So VLAN 4 test is gone, and that should also carry over to our client here. And yay, we got it going. All right, so now next step is configuring our hosts. This is a little bit tedious, but so these are our hosts, all 8 hosts under here. I got a CentOS on interface gigabit 1.1 on switch 1 that as a bonus, we could set that one up as the management host. And we're not gonna limit that port to any VLAN, as we definitely wanted to have access to VLAN 1. But we'll go ahead with port gigabit 01 and assign it to, let me see, so that let me see, what should I assign? Let me go back and think about that one real quick. Where is 00? First of all, there's got to be a 00 here. Oh no, there's no 00. Oh no, this one has 00. Okay, so alrighty, so I bet there's just nothing aside to interface gigabit 00. Okay, all right, so no worries, we'll just work with gigabit 01, and we'll give that one the IP address of from VLAN 2 10.1.2.21, since I don't have a host connected to port gigabit 00. And oh, whoops, I thought I was on oh, it's just that sticky action again. Can you let go, please? No. This is like a chronic problem. All right, so yeah, okay, so IP 10.1 1.2.21 /24. So that's what that one's going to be. And we'll just go mosey on through the others and give them the correct IP address. So that was part of VLAN 2. Over here we've jumped into 3. These two interfaces are assigned to VLAN 3, and so they're going to be on the 10.1.3 network. This one will be .20, and the other one will be .21. So IP 10.1.3.20/24, subnet mask 24, and we'll go on, jump on to the next one. IP 10.1.3.21. You know what? Something tells me I assigned the wrong IP address to the last PCs. So we'll go back. Because this one's 21, the other one should have been 20. Hopefully I did it right. Let's go back and check. Yeah, there too. Is it 20? Okay, so 10.1.3.20. That's good. 3.21. We can go ahead and see if we can ping 10.1.3, 1.3. Whoops. 10.1.3.20. Go ahead and see if we can ping that one. Yeah. All right, we're getting replies, which is wonderful. All right, so we know that that's working, but again, they don't have to go, they're on the same VLAN, but they're not actually making it across the trunk link. So where's this one going? Is that, okay, so that one stays here. We'll jump to the other side, and this is 00, and that's going to be part of VLAN 2. It's going to get the .22 address from the 10.1.2 network. So IP 10.1.2.22/24, and you'll do your whole thing, check for duplicate, whatever, and we'll move on to the next one. Also part of VLAN 2, but it's going to get the .23 IP 10.1.2.23/24. and we'll ping .22, ping 10.1.2.22, and it should be good, and it is good. And we'll ping across the trunk to 221, ping 10.1.2.21, and it's going across the trunk just fine. It's perfect. Okay, so now so that was okay. So we'll move on to the next one. Interface gigabit 02, and that IP address is going to be .22 IP 10.1.2.22/24, and that should be set up shortly. We'll move on to the next one. Actually, I messed that one up. That's VLAN 3, so it's going to be 10.1.3 .22. I did not do that. 10.1.3.22. All right, /24. All right. So why is it a bad command? Up here, okay. 10.1.3.22/24. 10.1.3.22. Okay, so that's 22. Blah blah. And this again, VPC 9, and that should be on interface. Yeah. Okay. Next one is going to be the 23.23 IP 10.1.3.23/23/3/24. Okay, now we'll ping its neighbor on the same switch, and then we'll ping across the trunk 10.1.3.22. That's its neighbor, and then across the switch is 21. Ping 10.1.3.21. All right. Now the host not reachable. Okay, did I not assign a .21? 10.1.3.21. Who would have been 10.1.3.21? That would have been assigned to gigabit interface 02. No, 03. On the other switch. So this should be the .21, but I'm not sure what I have it as. It's .20. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this one out. It's got the right IP. Yeah. I mean, all of a sudden this one isn't working. Can you ping yourself? Sure, you can ping yourself, you can ping your neighbor, but now you need to ping across a link. Whoops. So it's not going across, and I'm not sure why right off the bat, so I'm gonna need to figure this one out. Only thing I can think of is And we got to make sure those ports are assigned to VLAN 3 on both switches. Oh my gosh. That's the problem. I don't think I put those ports on VLAN 3 on the second switch. Completely forgot. Let's go ahead and see. Yeah, hold on. VLAN 3 has no, wow, great, okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. That's crazy. Interface range gigabit 0, 2 through 3, switch 1. Switch port, mode, access, VLAN, access, switch, oh yeah, whoops, access. Okay. So now the ports are in the right VLAN, and now, let's see if we get any success now. Now we are on .1.3.23. Okay, so that's switch 2. So ping 21. Yeah, so you're going across the link. Ping 10.1.3.20. Go across the link. Okay, yeah. Alrighty. So all their IPs are set up and they're pinging across the trunk, which is great, right? But now what we want to do is step 6, where we're going to limit the trunk to just one VLAN. In this case, it's going to be VLAN 2. And so naturally, what we expect is the hosts that are on VLAN 2 can ping across to each other, but the ones that are on VLAN 3 cannot. And we're going to go ahead and test and verify that. And then we'll go back and we will add the VLAN 3, and then make sure our host can again ping across the trunk. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and set that up. Make sure I'm still recording. Great. Wow. Alrighty, so so this is something that has to be done on both ends. So we'll go to interface gigabit 10, gigabit 10, which I love messing this up. SWITCH port mode. Switch port, access, there you go. VLAN, access, VLAN. Well, actually, yeah, so I'm at the right port, switch port. It's not shrunk and it's allowed. I almost forgot that command, allowed. So allowed VLAN, and we're going to make the allowed VLAN as just 2. All right. And then we'll go to the other side. We'll go to S2, and we'll also do the same for that same interface. Interface gigabit 10, trunk And what's that command to verify? It's the do show interface switch port interface gigabit 10 switch, and we should see trunking VLANs enabled to where's my specifically allowed? So trunk operating as a trunk, trunking native defaults allowed, voice, capture VLANs allowed. Now you know what? Now this might be the area where it's saying what's allowed, because right now it's trunking VLANs enabled. Saying 2. I don't know why allowed is all here. Let me go the other side and see what's going on. Do show interface gigabit 10 switch. Allowed all. All right, well, whatever. We'll go to a host on VLAN 3 and see what's going on. Can you still ping? So in this case, we know that this is our 21 shell IP, just to verify 10.1.3.21, and we'll ping 10.1.3. and 22. That's across. Does it happen? Does it happen? No, more than likely it's not happening because I limited the trunk to just VLAN 2, removing 3. So we'll see if our host on 2 can still ping across, and it should. So this is our, what's it, our .21. Yeah, so ping 10.1.2 host across the link would be 22, and it's going just fine. Alrighty, so now we'll go back and reverse that command and allow VLAN 3 to go across the trunk and see if our hosts can ping one another. I'm getting multiple tabs over here. I just need to really shut down some of them. Okay, so this is on VLAN 3 for sure. That's our .22 ping. No. I need to be on the switch and reverse the command. I completely forgot. All right, so we're already on the interface gigabit 10 from before, and we'll say let's bring that one up. Switching from the allowed, we'll just throw a no at the beginning space, and we will do our do show. And I'm just curious to see what happened to that area that was 2 trunking enabled. So now it's all, and still saying VLANs allowed 2 here, but I guess this is the area we need to look at. So we did that for, what's this, S1. We'll go to S2 and do the same thing. We'll jump in there, insert a no, and we'll go ahead and verify showing there. And again, that changed from just 2 to all. So now we'll go back to, this is 10.1.3, so that's on VLAN 3 for sure. It is .23, so that's the one on our switch 3, and we will ping. Well, actually, I want to go to the one that definitely had it failed. Where is that one? If I can find it. Okay, so this was 21 on a switch 1, and I tried to ping 22 on switch 2. We're just gonna hit up arrow, and there we go. We're getting our ping. So VLAN 3 is brought back. Alrighty, so now this is just a bonus over here. You can see number 8's a bonus. We're going to set up SSH on switch 1, we're going to give it VLAN 1 the IP address of 10.1.2.21, and to do SSH, there's a couple things you got to configure. The domain name, you got to give a username, password, and enable secret. So we'll go ahead and do all that. And from our CentOS that's connected on switch 1 to from port, what's that? Was it 10? CentOS machine is 11. We're going to SSH into the switch. Alrighty, so let's set up SSH. What do we do? I'm trying to remember. You gotta set up the domain name. And it's gonna user. Let's jump to user IP domain. There it is, domain name. Okay, name. The command just came back to me, and it's gonna be network MD. All right, so that's set. Username, my name, James, and password. And password's gonna be, what did I give a password? 123. Why not? 123. Username James, password 123. So now we got that set up. We are able to set up the crypto crypto key RSA. What was it? Generate. And then modulus in 1024, and so that's set up. We'll go to line VTY and 0 1500. So a lot of VTY lines, and we're going to set up logging local. All right, so it knows he's my local username. And what else we're going to do? Logging local, and put SSH. All right. So now, and I believe that's it. Exit. I did say enable secret, but all right, enable secret. Wow, we've got a lot of 123s. It's my username, passwords 123. Anyways, not a big deal. Okay, so now that I didn't give it an IP address. Okay, so I gotta put an IP address on the VLAN right now. Show VLAN. There, do show VLAN. Do show IP in brief. Now VLAN would be at the bottom, but there's no IP address. Interface VLAN 1 IP. We'll give it 10.1 dot 2.1 whatever. 10.1.2.1 to put a subnet mask of 24. I forgot to put IP address. 1 0. And so now that's already set up. We'll go to our CentOS machine. You can boot up for me. And we'll enter the terminal. This thing's been asleep for a minute. Oh God, it's like frozen. And I'm gonna just close this since we don't need that. We'll see the whole. Let's go to our terminal. Let's see what that Ethernet 3 is looking like 10.1. Now where is my IP address? I don't believe I set this up. And it's off. Okay. So let's go set this IP address 10.1.2.2. Sorry about that. I thought I had set this one up already. I think I 10.1.2.20. So it's on. Apply. That's good. We'll just turn it on now. We'll go back to our terminal here. No. I'm just trying to make sure it can ping itself. Now it's on this. Okay, so we set our switch was on. Golly, calm down. Ping 10.1.2. What was it? 1? Or was it 2? Okay, it might have been 2. I forget. Ping 10.1. Okay. I forget the IP address I assigned to the switch, but ping 10.1.2.2. I think it might have been 2. Okay, we gotta go figure out what that IP address was. Already forgot. Switch 1. 10.1.2.1. Okay, so do show IPT in brief. Alright. 10.1.2.1 and administratively down. Okay, that's the problem. VLAN 1, no shut. And let's see if we brought that bad boy up. It looks like we did. We're getting console messages that we did. And now ping 10 to ping 10.1.2.1. That's great. Do ping 10.1.2.20. I think it was 20. Success rate, yeah, it is 20. So we'll go back to it and we'll just hit that up arrow. Okay, this has 10.1. Oh yeah, that's not the right one. That's not the right. This is 1.1. So let's see. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, and we're getting reply. Great. All right, so now SSH 10.1.2.1 and wow, that one threw us in right away. It is impossible to see. Now, I'm not sure why it failed. Usually it's like a yes or no. So RSA code has changed and you have requested strict checking. Host key verification fails. No. Now I had SSH set up before. I'm wondering if, you know what? I think because I had it set up before, this machine, the CentOS machine, went ahead and saved the key for that one. And of course it doesn't match because I created another one. So I think if I give VLAN 1 on the switch a new IP address, because I don't know how to wipe out the existing key on the machine, we can probably successfully SSH into it, but let's go see if that's right. So we'll just give it a new IP address. Interface VLAN 1. We are our IP address 10.1. It was 2.1, so we'll say .11. 2.2.0. And let's see what this thing does, because I don't know how to get rid of that. That's going to be a project. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. All right, password 123. Enable. Password 123. All right, so now we're on switch 1. There we go. We show VLAN. We're seeing the default VLAN enroll an account. It's all there. And at this point, we are done with the lab. Thank you for joining me. I hope you learned something. I know I did. Let me know if you'd like me to do something else, or if you have any suggestions for me. Please remember to rate, subscribe, and like. All right, thanks. Take care, guys. Peace.